Good morning, welcome back to Does This Thing Really Work? Now, it's not really a does it thing really work? Well, it is. I want to give this a try. So today I'm going to be cleaning my UGG boots. Now, a lot of us have UGG boots, and we all know that now and again, you know, they get a bit scuffy like this, like that. Now, these if I be totally honest, they probably had it. They probably fit for the bin, but I'm going to see if I can rescue them. I love my UGG boots. Now, what I haven't told you about, look at that's the amount of wear I've worn them. But these are actually over 20 years old. So my UGG boots have been well worn, well loved, and well enjoyed. And they are original proper Uggs as well. So as we all know, they're proper lot of money, aren't they? So, you know, we want to take care of them. Over the years, I have actually cleaned them. In the 20 odd years I've had these, probably cleaned them about 4 times for what I remember. So what I've noticed is these watermarks on there, it's starting to get a little bit thin there now. Well, I feel like it is. Maybe there, maybe there. And that's where I've been trying over the years, where I've cleaned them and tried to sort of scrub, you know. But I've always cleaned them properly with proper stuff. But today I've got a new kit to try. So depending on how far this kit's going to stretch, I've actually got 3 pairs of UGG boots. 3 pairs of UGG boots, and I'm hoping to get the whole 3 pairs done with this one kit. We'll see. So and they're all original as well. So, and they're all over 20 years old as well. I think one of the pairs is about 23 years old. When I buy stuff, if I like it and I love it, I try and look after it, and I have it for a long time. And that actually goes for a lot of my stuff with my clothes as well. And this is how come I accumulate so much. Right, so when I first got my very first pair, I don't think this was my very first pair actually, but I'm going to use this pair today because they're the shorter ones. I got sent a couple of, well, got sent one of these with this pair, one with another pair, etc. And it's like a little UGG boot brush. So what you're meant to do is you can sort of, with the rubber side, rub that off like that. And I think that's why over the years I've kind of made it a tiny little bit thin, just in this little spot there, by sort of rubbing the sheepskin fur off basically. And then you're meant to buff it up then with this one. Now, even over the years when I've tried cleaning these, I've never been able to get this patch out, and I can't remember what it was. It was something sticky back in the day. And it happened almost straight away when I got my UGG boots. I was like, right. I was well upset. But I can't remember what it was. It'll probably come to me. So today we're going to clean my UGG boots. So how I'm going to do the insides, I don't know. I'm sure. How did I used to usually do these? I don't know. But I won't be doing the insides today. Let's get the kit out. So I ordered this from Amazon. Now, I got a good bargain on this. This was £42, but I got 40% off, and now I got it for £25. So if you get over there, sort of as of today, you'll probably be able to still get that for the £25. So, which I thought was amazing. Now you're all thinking, whoa, that's a lot of money for a shoe kit, care kit. Well, it is UGG. This is a proper UGG boot care kit. So it's going to have all your everything in it. So we're going to have a look. I'm going to read what's on the back. It's got protection stuff, suede brush, suede eraser. That's what that is, like a suede eraser, that rubber bit on the bottom of that. Cleaner and conditioner, and shoe renew. Now, one thing I will tell you about Uggs. Now, I'm not talking about fake Uggs. It's just not even worth talking about fake Uggs. They don't last long and stuff like that. The bottoms, the soles of them are nothing like the real Uggs. And no is either the sheepskin. But never put your real Uggs into a washing machine. As soon as you've done that, you've ruined your boots. Right, so here we go. This is the kit. It's quite lovely actually, isn't it? Let's open it up and have a look. It's all magnetised, look. So remember, I got this for 25 quid. Well chuffed. There we go. So I'm hoping this is actually going to do the 3 pairs of shoes. I'll be well pleased if it did. So number 1, protector. Now I thought it might have done it in order so I can actually prepare these, wash these. I mean, you're not going to put your protector on first, are you? It just says shake well, apply to clean, dry sheepskin. So that's going to be your last one. That should have been number 3. Shoe renew, cleans and deodorizes inner soles. Brilliant. Well, I've actually got another product I've always used for my inside of my UGG boots, and it's amazing. It smells beautiful. But we'll give this one a go, and I'll show you the one I do use. And this cleaner and conditioner removes stains and refreshes sheepskin, suede and leather. Directions: apply directly to a material, gently brush surface to remove dirt, and blah blah blah. So as this now is probably the ones I've actually used in the past is proper cleaner, but they used to be a foam. You'd spray it all on. It used to look like this big marshmallow, you know, just covered in foam, and you'd let it sit there and then you tended to it, and that was good stuff back in the day. Can't remember the brand of that. So this is now the UGG brush. They could have at least put UGG on there, couldn't they? You know, just to make it a little, I mean, the money you pay and stuff. That don't feel too hard, which is probably good for these shoes, because you don't, like I said, if you scrub too hard, you're going to actually take the suede off. So this is now your eraser kind of a thing. So this rubber bit is probably the same as what that is on the bottom of that one, of this little sole. And this on the back actually feels like sponge. So I'm not really sure what that is yet. But, oh, I was going to say, but I don't get instructions. But I do actually get a little instruction care kit, care leaflet. So I'm going to have a quick run through this, and then we're going to crack on and see if we can clean my 20-year-old UGG boots. Now, I'm not lying to you here, right? This instruction leaflet is got instructions for 7 languages, and not one of them is English. Would you absolutely believe that? Not one of them. 7 languages, and not one of them is English. So what I'm going to have to do is give a good read on all of these, see which one comes first, and etc., and we'll put them in order, and then we'll start cleaning. Right, had a good read. Now, compared to the other cleaner I have used in the past, the one I'm saying it just foamed up and it covered this in foam, seemed to me like now that was a better idea, because after reading this, I'm unsure. Basically, what this one's saying is you've got to brush them first. I mean, I've got to show you all these watermarks on there first. They're awful. They're absolutely awful. So, there we go. Here we go. Right, so what it's saying to do first is to brush off the dirt, which is a bit obvious. But then you damp the whole boot with a sponge. Now, this is the only sponge I've got. I'm not using my bath sponge. I'm obviously not going to use the green side. And just lightly dampen it all. Once you brush it, lightly dampen it all, whilst then putting a little bit of that onto your sponge as you're going along. And just gently go like that. So that's what it's saying to do. So let's bring you down a little bit and let's give this a go. So as for the other 2 items, one is a protector, which I can't do until then the boot's dry. So that unfortunately probably won't be today now. And the other one then is where you just spray inside and freshen them up. Right, let's give this a go. So we need to brush it first. Now I'm going to stay away from this brush, even though I was given that with the real Uggs. I'm going to use what's in the kit because that's what they're asking me to do. So let's give this a bit of a flump up. You see, when you brush a lot, this is what's happening, you see. You're getting your fluff off there, and that's why I overdone it on my toe area. It's more on this one, actually. It's just this little tiny spot there. Right, so I think that's enough for that bit. covered in it. Now, I really would love to know if this actually does work. I've got another 2 pairs to try. So it's got a lot of this loose sheep's, what do you call it, suede off, hasn't it? It's got a lot of that off. As you can see, I'm now covered in it. Right. So I've put warm water in there because I don't want my hand all cold for a start. So let's get this bottle opened as well. Oh yes, it did say to shake well as well, so I must remember to do that. So there's no instructions. I don't know then at what point you're meant to use this. Maybe on your stubborn stains. But like I said, there's no instructions. Right, got it opened. I can't really say what it smells like. It's very mild. It's already frothy on top. It's very mild. On one of these I like to smell the chemical because then I know things, the chemical itself is going to work. I'm just one of those. Alright, there we go. Let's damp this up a little bit. It's nerve-wracking when you just start doing this. You think to yourself, oh no, I've ruined my boots. But once these are all dry, you'll see they come out lovely. So at the moment I'm just going to get the whole boot damp before I use some chemical on it, my soap. Now, because I don't wear these all the time, you know, with having so many anyway, I've got a lot to flip between. That's the reason why they do still look so wonderful, I suppose. Right, let's get some, so there's the boot. Let's get some cleaner on that. This was a brand new sponge. Just going in for another smell. I mean, you can smell something. Okay, right, so we're seeing some suds now. That's what I like to see. Now I feel like it's working. I was a bit dubious. Now, this product actually did have a lot of good reviews. So that's why I chanced it, because I am very particular what I do put on my UGG boots. I've had them for so long. I want to keep them nice and look after them. Let's do the back bit. Let's put a bit more of that on. Now, do I keep one boot, do one boot and keep one boot that like that, so you can see the difference at the end? I could do that, couldn't I? Might be a good idea. So now I'm going to go in and scrub just a little bit harder now, especially down here, because this is where the watermarks were. Yeah, it's gone actually a little bit thin as well on this particular point as well. You can see there's like a dent. I'm sure I got my foot trapped on in something on that bit years ago. Right, so after this, you're then actually meant to sort of get a clean cloth, or a clean sponge is what it said, and then try and sort of rinse it through. See, I'm seeing a stubborn stain there. Or is that the stain I said I had? No, it's not. That's the stain there. I've never actually been able to get that one out. Right, so where I see stubborn stains now, I'm going to give this a go. I don't know if it's meant to be done now or when it's dry. No, I think that's a dry thing. Right, let's just start rinsing it off. I might have to go and use a towel for this actually. Find some sort of a cloth. Do I feel like it's cleaning it? If I'll be totally honest, no, not at this stage. I don't. So it just says to use a clean sponge to kind of just wipe over it like that. I don't know, I'm unsure. Let's see if we can clean up the rubbers. Let's go in. I'm going to go in actually with the green side of this. Let's put some fluid on that. Let's see if we can clean the rubbers up. Now, if you're obviously not bothered about your UGG boots, then yeah, you can rethink spending that kind of money, really, can't you? But this is obviously going to be better for the for your actual sheepskin, for the suede on this. Now, I'm not going to do the bottoms, obviously. Let's give that a quick wipe. Right, so far, now because this is wet, what I usually do as well, stuff things into it so it dries in a decent shape. That's a big tip. Let me go and find some socks. So I'm actually going to use an old towel and try and stuff it in because you need it to dry at a decent shape. So don't actually forget to do this. Stuff it right down. And by the looks of it then, this is all it is now until I can actually get them dry. Right, there we go. There's a little bit there. What's that? Oh, it might have been just foam. Right, there we go. So we'll come back when this one's dry. So moving on, while that's out drying, moving on now to my second pair. So this is the second pair. Pretty good condition considering they've been all scrunched up like that in bags and stuff. Now that's another mark I always remember being put on there, so we're going to see if we can get this out as well. It was something, again, something, I don't know what it was. But yeah, they're all in pretty good condition, but could do with just washing up really. This one looks a bit dirtier if I'm honest. A bit all scuffed up really, because like I said, they've been in plastic tubs and bags for an awful long time. Dan blowing his nose. Right, so for this one now, I was in debate of whether to use fairy washing up liquid. Basically, I want to try out a different product. Just see if just normal soap and water can do this, which I've never done before. So I'm going to use a brand new sponge again. Now, yeah, I was in debate whether to use fairy washing up liquid, but then I thought, could that be a bit too harsh? Although I feel it probably would have gotten a lot of the oils out of it, you know. Fairy washing up liquid is good. So then I thought, well, let's try a bit of my shampoo, yeah? Just something a little bit softer for the suede. So this time it's just a bowl of soapy water and hard graft. So we are going to just do one again at a time. Which one did I do on that one? I did the left one. So I'll do the left one on this set. And we're going to still brush them down and do stuff like that. I mean, it's hard to show you these ones because obviously the colour of them, they aren't, you know, they look dusty and sort of, they need a clean basically. Right, and I've also now ordered some stuff to arrive tomorrow. So this video will continue. So we're going to try a third product then on that one. Right, okay, this has got brown fluff all over it. So that's not a good start. Right, let's give this one a go. Now, I'd say these are probably I want to say the newest ones, but they're still, again, about 20 years old. Not bad for 20-year-old. Still in really good look, Nick. The soles on these ones. I've obviously worn the shorter ones a bit more. So, yeah, we're just giving that a light brush, as they suggested. And I can't really comment on the UGG boot cleaning set yet too much. I can give a couple of things I'd like to say. For one, 7 languages and not one of them and it is English, you know. For 2, it really is just this you're getting for the cleaning kit. I mean, yeah, the protector, you know, you're getting that as well, and a little posh spray to spray the insides, but that's not really going to be cleaning the inside of your shoe. The stuff now I'm getting tomorrow will be the stuff that I could probably use to clean the insides of all of these. Right, so let's just give this a good brush anyway. You can probably see this bit a bit more now. Can you see that? Some kind of sticky thing. I don't know. Just seem to keep walking into sticky things. Now there's some kind of crusty thing there. So I don't recall that being a stain as such. So let's see if we can get that one out. Right, there we go. So that's one boot. Let's repeat the whole procedure again. Just a little bit of, there we go. So, well, it's soapy water now because I mixed it in with there. I should have just used the water first, but never mind. So we're just going to dampen the boot first. Let me bring you a bit more closer. I need to move a few things. Oh, I tell you what now, yeah, that's starting to smell nice though. At least I feel my boots are going to smell nice. And we're just going to see then by the end of it which one is the best way of cleaning your UGG boots. Unfortunately, when it comes to UGG boots, they have to put some effort into it, some hard graft. Don't just sling them in the washing machine. I don't know. I wouldn't dream of doing it. Let me know if anyone's actually done it, which I can only assume some people have. Let me know how your boots did actually come out. So I feel these ones are going to come up nice. And they're definitely going to smell nice. A lot of the marks on this was probably just like dust and stuff like that anyway. And just storage marks, you know, where they've just been in storage. Right, there we go. So that's all damped. Now what did we do? Because I've still got this mark here, you see. I don't know if you can see it just above my finger. So what did we do? We started scrubbing a little bit, didn't we? So let's start scrubbing a little bit. Well, it's not taking the dye out of it as such. There's a little bit on the sponge. Now, I know this video isn't everyone's cup of tea, but some people are interested, you know, and it's just interesting to know what is the best way of cleaning your UGG boots, basically. A lot of us women do have them, even men. I know men that has UGG boots. Right, can I get that mark out though? I don't know what this crusty mark is. I don't feel like that's a stain. Maybe that might come out when it's dry with this. So I'll give it another quick rub. Yeah, it's not kind of shifting. It's like somebody's sticky biscuit on there or something. Well, they're definitely going to smell nice if nothing else. Right, let's try and clean that off with some clean water. I'm going to go and rinse my sponge. Right, so I haven't wringed it out properly, but I didn't want it totally dry either. So, do you see? Look, so you're actually seeing the water go on. They look fresher already, don't they? Yeah, now that they've been sort of washed and cleaned, you can see the spots. Let me see, bring the camera down because this is quite hard to show. You can actually see now the spots where it needs a little bit of work on it, which will be with this. And this is the crusty biscuit one. Right, so let's go back now and do this sole because we did the sole on the last one. There we go, so that's another one done. Again, do I feel like I've cleaned it properly? Probably not. I'm just trying to stick with the same way as doing it with the UGG boot stuff. Ideally, I feel like it needs like a foam. Lift that out of it and then get a load of clean cloths and start sort of, you know, doing all that. But I'm trying to stick with the instructions at the moment. What's that on there? Right, there we go. So I'll put this one out to dry. But don't forget to stuff them. Otherwise you're going to lose your lovely little shape. Let's go and find something to stuff this one with. Another towel. Try and get it right down into that foot compartment. And I was reading that some people get the hairdryer out to actually dry these. Personally, for me, I do think the best way of doing it is just naturally. Now I can't get it properly in there. No, I'm going to have to find something smaller. Right, there we go. So that's all packed in well. Get that out to the sunshine. And just before we do, I'm going to now show you my last pair of boots, which I can't make a start on until tomorrow. So this video will be continuing. Now these ones are the oldest. This is my very first pair of UGG boots. I mean, even the soles look all like different and the way they were made back in them days. Yeah, love these. Again, you know, I can feel in there. They could do like new soles maybe in this one actually. Well, I think I wore these ones to death, so they do look a bit trashy. There's lots, hopefully, that I can try and bring them up nice. Right, so that's it for now. We'll see you in the morning. Right, so good day to one and all. It is the next day. It isn't morning, so I can't say good morning. It is the next day. So my 2 UGG boots are dried naturally. I'm going to just show you those. Now, remember, this one was just soap and water. Shampoo, actually. Quite impressed with this one, actually. Needs brushing now. And then try and get these marks out. This one, very extremely disappointed. Now, this one was cleaned with the UGG boot stuff. It's made the suede all hard. It's left this massive stain there, which is, it's rosing up the boot. It was all down here, but it's like come up there. I don't think you're going to be able to see it properly. I mean, the rest of it looks quite clean. It just feels horrible. I do know I have to brush it. So we'll give these a quick little brush. But that's awful. I now have to tend to that on another day and try and get that out. That will come out. I will get that out. It's even spreaded up there, look. And it wasn't even like that. It's hard to see because I've got majority of the blinds closed now. Right, so what I'm going to do is just give it a quick brush. I'm going to use the same kit one. Let's start with the black one first, because I feel like... Let's take these towels out. Ugh. What else is in there? I think I stuffed some hairbands down there to get right in there. There we go, a couple of my hairbands. There we go, so that's kept actually a nice shape now. It's quite nice. So yeah, these have come out. Still smells like suede. Let me bring you down for this bit. Now, it is hard to see on the black ones. I know it is. Let me just bring you down a little bit. It is hard to see, but we'll just give these a quick brush. Okay, already they're coming up a bit better, aren't they? Yeah, already they're coming up better. See all the fluff coming off, little Mia. Right, so now they feel soft again, actually. They were a little bit kind of stiff, but they actually feel soft again. So we're just going to try this and see if we can get some of these little stains out. There was like a couple of little, I don't know what they were, like sticky little stains. There's even one on top there. Now I don't know what the rubber piece is, this spongy bit, so we're going to use this side first. No, that's not doing nothing. So let's try this bit. This is the rubber bit. Oh, I'm scared. I think this is why I made this one thin in the past. Just going too mad with the rubber side of it. No, I don't seem to be touching that, if I'm honest. Or that. Let's see if we can get this sticky biscuit bit out. That's not very good. Look at this. This is proper UGG boot stuff. Look at that. It's already peeled off the sponge there. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my proper UGG boot little thing that I'd gotten originally. Let's try this. Right, I've given that actually a good go off camera. It's not actually removing it. I mean, it's not bad, you know, you can still wear them. It's just knowing that it's there. Yeah, that's come up quite fantastic, really. Quite chuffed with that. All back in shape. Right, let's try this one. I am literally so disappointed with this one. Right, there we go. Let's get the black fluff out of this one. I'm going to use what they gave me. Now, I do have another product that came today. Well, that ain't doing much, is it? That's totally ruined it. No, that ain't done much at all. I'm so disappointed with this. Well disappointed, actually, if I'm totally honest. No, it still feels all rough. Actually, still, whereas these were all nice and soft. They felt like sheepskin. Feels all rough. This is all disgusting. I'm so disappointed. Let me try this brush. Me proper UGG boot. There's just no saving it. I'm literally going to have to rewash these. Right, so let's make a comparison first. So this is how it started out. And actually, the first one looks better, doesn't it? Look how much that's actually sort of dragged all that dirt and muck up there. I obviously didn't use a clean enough cloth to sort of soak up the dirt, I suppose. I don't know. But these are lovely and soft. You could literally go to bed and cuddle that. And this is just a rough old thing. Oh, I'm well disappointed. So this is the actual UGG boot cleaner. Let's have a look at this one. So this is the old one. Bit dusty and fusty and bent up and stuff. Yeah, that's come out nice, and this feels soft. This actually feels soft, so I like that. Just a bit of soap and water. Well, shampoo. I actually use shampoo, but soap and water, yeah. It's actually like, if you look up the stitching, it's all done that all nice. Yeah, so soap and water so far. Right, let's move on to another product then that I've received today for my last pair of Uggs. Right, so here's a reminder. Here's my last pair of Uggs. These are the very first pair I've ever been brought. About 23 years old these are. Right, so I bought this stuff off Amazon. It arrived today. I think it was £12.99. But when you type in UGG boot cleaner, this pops up. So it's not proper UGG boot cleaner. You get like a little brush, little wire brush on that side, and rubbery on that side. Let's get that out of there, because these rattly bags have been doing my head in. Alright, okay, so it is quite a nice rubber actually. Yep, that's actually quite a cool little tool. So this is how it's arrived. And this, oh, so I'm guessing this is the cloth. Right, so this is actually a suede cleaner for all suede and Nubuck. I don't know how to say that word, if I'm totally honest. Is it Nubuck items? The scratch doctor. So I'll have to read how to use this. I thought this was going to be a foam actually. Oh, it could be. Actually, it could be. Right, instructions. Using a suede brush, lightly brush direction, remove any loose dirt. Yep, apply the cleaner onto a clean cloth and rub over the full panel, one panel at a time, making sure the surface is... Right, let me read this properly and we'll crack on. So it's pretty easy. It's the same instructions. Get rid of your excess dirt and dust and stuff like that off your boot. So I'm going to do that. Now these are a lot softer compared to the black ones. I'm not sure if it's just because they were a lot older and stuff. I don't know. It's just the way they were made. Now these do have quite a bit of sort of dirt, watermarks, you know, around there. So all it's saying, I'm going to do the left one, leave that one. All it's saying is to put this onto a cloth. Now the one I used to use before, I used to literally just spray it all over your boot. So I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought this was going to be that same sort of stuff. Right, so I'm guessing it's like a mousse. Yeah, it's like a mousse. Let's give this a go. Smells nice. I'll tell you what it smells like. It smells like a man coming out the shower. Actually smells really nice. This cloth is stupid though. Yeah, the cloth is a bit stupid. Right, so apparently you just meant to cover it all in and rub it in with your cloth. Well, there we go. So I've totally smothered in this. I've been really generous. And I even went over the side of the soles because I did the side of the soles on the other ones. Straight away I can still see that wet dirty mark. And I've used the dry bit of the cloth. I'm just following the instructions and I'm not impressed yet, but I obviously have to wait for that to dry before I make a judgment. But apparently this is actually good for then cleaning the inside of your Uggs. So I will be doing that one day with all my Uggs and get them all freshened up and stuff. So there's nothing I can do with that now until tomorrow, and I'll let that dry. But don't forget, still got to stuff it. Keep it shape. So let's put these back in now into this one. There we go, and stick this one into this one. And then we'll come back probably tomorrow now and with an update to my thoughts. Not impressed so far. There we go. Right, let's get that outside to dry. Good morning. So it is the next day. It's the final day. Right. Let's just summarise this up. So why is my hair looking crazy? Oh, my hair's looking crazy. So let's summarise this up. We started off with the proper Ugg boot kit for $25.99, was it? I'm sure that's what I paid. 40% off, which should have been then, I think, $45.99, something like that. Bad result. Absolute bad result. This is the one that didn't get done. And they both look kind of similar, and this is the one that got done. And it still feels all rough and horrible. I'm going to have to deal with all these off camera on another day. So, not very good. Not very good. Not impressed with that one, Ugg. Sorry. Second one was just water. Shampoo and water. Soap and water. This is the one that didn't get done. And this is the one that got done. So to me, my opinion on that is it kind of refreshed it, really. It hasn't got out no stains as such, but I don't think anything will get those out. They're almost like, I don't know, like a piece of chewing gum that's gone hard for like 7 years, you know? It's kind of like that, but what it is, I don't know. But it's definitely refreshed it. So far, so good. And am I only thinking that that's come out good because they're not brown and I can't really see the colour? Don't know. But that's good to me. And then yesterday we finished off then with this kit. Bought this suede cleaner Nubuck for Nubuck items. But apparently you can do Ugg boots with this. So that's been drying. I've brushed it all up. This is the one that wasn't done. And this is the one that is done. So, what do I think of that one? It's left all watermarks. I don't know if you can see this. It's left all kind of wet watermarks. And this is bone dry. This is literally bone dry. It didn't really get out sort of on there. I mean, it's done all right. It smells fresh. Actually, it does smell nice. And it has left it all nice and soft. Thank God. So we're somewhere with that one. Maybe for the insides, this might be good more for the insides. If they're not as bad as mine, or, you know, maybe my last resort might be to try the washing machine. Let me know. Let me know how, if they turn out okay. Right, so we're going to wrap this one up. The result is basically soap and water, isn't it? Don't be spending no money. Just get yourself a bit of soap and water, bit of a brush, and do it all gently and do it properly, but just soap and water. You don't need to be spending all this most expensive money products. Right, we're going to wrap that one up here because this is actually quite a long one now today. Right, we're going to love you and leave you. I want to start a vlog today, so see you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye. Love y'all.